The Crossland X, meanwhile, is front-wheel drive only and has the Renault Captur and Peugeot 2008 in its sights. This new Vauxhall shares its underpinnings with the latter as part of a technology-sharing agreement that preceded Peugeot's parent company, PSA Group, buying a controlling stake in Opel-Vauxhall from General Motors. The Crosslandv X is a competitively priced proposition. The range starts at £16,555 for a low-powered 1.2-litre petrol version and rises to £21,380 for the most expensive 1.6-litre diesel model. The Crossland X's platform has come from PSA, and although that means there are elements to the car's proportions that aren't traditionally Vauxhall-like, the car has enough of Vauxhall's core design elements to prevent you from mistaking it as a car from somebody else. Cues from other Vauxhalls have been integrated to make sure that's the case. The Adamesque treatment of the roof around the rear three-quarters gives buyers the opportunity to have the roof a different color from the body. The body sides, which otherwise might have been too slab-sided for Vauxhall's relatively sophisticated design style, have been made to look a bit more racy by Vauxhall's sculpting, which employs a style we first saw on the previous generation Insignia, where they added some dynamism and made it look more rear-drive. And the relatively bluff front end has received a Vauxhall grille and headlights to reasonable effect. But Vauxhall thinks the Mach-E X is the more premium proposition and, in appearance, we'd agree. The engineering is as straight as you'd expect at this size and class. The Crossland X is only 4.2 meters long, barely longer than some superminis, and it gets a steel monocoque basis. Its tip tower scales at 1,287 kilograms. At the front, it's suspended by McPherson struts, with a torsion beam at the rear. Petrol engines are 3-cylinder 1.2-liter turbo units, badged Ecotec but fundamentally the same as PSA's units. They can be had in 80 bhp, 108 bhp and 128 bhp guises, mated to 5-speed, 80 bhp, or 6-speed manual gearboxes, with an automatic optional. Then there are two diesel engines, both 1.6s, which offer either 98 bhp or 118 bhp. The rest is mostly as you'd expect. There's stop, start and electric power steering but, to Vauxhall's credit, more active safety and security features, albeit some of them options, than you'll find on many of the Crossland X's rivals. The Crossland X neatly avoids the pitfall that so many small crossovers stumble into inasmuch as it's roomy enough inside to be an alternative to a normal 5-door hatch. There's good headroom even for taller adults in the back seats, although 3 adults would be a squeeze back there. Legroom is only about adequate. It may be better with the Crossland X's sliding rear bench, but that comes only as part of a £300 option pack, and our test car didn't have it. On boot space, the Vauxhall does a very competitive but not outstanding job, according to our tape measure, putting itself ahead of the Mazda CX-3 but being beaten narrowly by the Suzuki Vitara. Again, if the marketing spin is that you're getting hatchback space in a cleverer package, it's a small fib. An Astra has narrowly more loading length and width although, predictably, there's more loading height available in the Crossland X. You do get a variable height boot board, though, allowing split-level storage, should you want it. Casting an eye around the cabin's fixtures and fittings reveals switchgear you'll recognize from both PSA's parts shelves, window switches, pedals, interior door handles, and Opel-Vauxhall's, headlight controls, column stalks, heater controls,